Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. This is Connie with Prairie Paper Crafts. Sorry it's been a little bit since I've done a video. My voice is just not where it should be, so I apologize. It's getting a little better again. Today I'm sharing though with you a scrapbook layout I put in the Little Scraps of Heaven Designs challenge for April. There was a sketch challenge using any of the Little Scraps of Heaven design files. I'm using the Little Dreamer Boy file. Just go ahead and get started. This has foam tape on the back, or excuse me, foam to pop it up. It is about, I'm going to say 4 3/4, 4 7/8 inches wide. And then the rest is however the computer, Design Space gets it. This little guy is a little bigger since it wasn't a lot of embellishment on there. I did make him a little bigger. He is approximately 6.5 inches tall, and harder to measure this way. I'm going to say he's about 4 1/4 maybe, from this side to this side, and that's approximate. Someone asked me to do a video of how I do the layouts starting in Design Space till I get this, finished. I don't film my camera or my computer well. I can tell you when I bring the SVG file into Design Space, I put that together as if I'm assembling it on paper. I group it, and if there's a title, I'll group that separate. And then I bring in a 12-inch square on Design Space, start adding my elements, so I have a little bit better idea. I'm going to kind of go from there. Things change a lot in between. I change my mind, so it's really hard to say specifically. If you ever watch the video on how I resize my cards, my paper pieces for my cards, you get a little better understanding. I'll see what I can do, but I'm not going to make any guarantees. I do apologize. The other thing I'm using, this is from Design Space. It's a postage stamp, and I wanted it to be big enough that this would hold a 4x6 photo. So I do have a photo of one of my great nephews to go on here. It's going to be just perfect for the young man. The title and everything. He just is a fun little guy, but he's so quiet sometimes. You never know what's going through his mind, but usually planning or thinking something. It's unique. Anyway, this is cut at 8, the red piece, so the back piece, I'll say, because this is the shadow and then this is the top layer, so I just grouped them together and then so to get the sizing. But this is at about 8 inches long by, one of my glasses on, 6, and we'll say 6.5 inches wide, so give you an idea. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started here. I'm working in a little bit different area. I'm hoping this setup works better for my layouts, so I'm going to put that aside for now. Get this on. I'm using my Beacon 3-in-1 glue. I do have one more Easter layout to share with you. I was going to get that done this week, and like I said, between voice and other daily interruptions, I will say, and a unique office visit, virtual visit with my doctor, it's been a week, so I didn't get it done. Life just got in the way, I guess. And the reason I'm using my Beacon, when I use bigger pieces, it gives me a little more time if I need to move it around. Did do some searching, and I can still get it fairly quickly, so I'm good. So next, I'll set that aside here for a moment, and then I'll bring in these pieces. This black piece, I initially was going to do it like this. Well, this piece got just kind of lost. It needed something to set it off, so that's why I'm doing the back in between. This paper, all of the pattern paper is from Echo Park's. One moment here, I'm going to move the camera. It doesn't fall. Oh, I need to get a new clip for my camera so bad. Sorry about that. It is from Echo Park's World Traveler, I believe it's called. I think it's still available. Anyway, the black is cut at 5 1/8 wide by 6 1/2 inch long, and then this would be 5 wide by 6 3/8 inch long. I believe I have it upside down. Nope, I had it right. I would have never chosen this paper to put with this scrapbook layout. I was going through paper and I had something completely different in mind. I pulled out some papers, but this was, you know, an alternate option. Well, I love it. So here we are. And literally trying to watch that my camera clip does not fall on me. Okay, so I'm going to bring my other pieces and I'll take this out for a moment. I'm going to take my scrapbook pieces off. I had a struggle doing that, putting that boy together. It was the shirt that threw me off. It was kind of crazy, but I got it. Was not giving up. This piece is cut at, let's see, it would be 11 3/4 inch square. So I wanted an 1/8 of an inch border. I believe that's what I cut it at. Also because it's with the borders the way I cut on the Cricut, it's about the most I can get out of a regular mat. I'm not cutting borders, so get this going the right direction. And I'm putting it just on a very dark blue, almost a navy blue background, just a 12 by 12 inch piece. And then this is cut, would be 11 3/4. I will double check. So I had to cut it down again some, so yeah, it's 11 3/4 by 3 1/4. And then these are from Little Scraps of Heaven Designs, also the scallop border, and they're cut 11 3/4 by 3/4. And they're just going to go on each end. So in the effort of saving time, I'm only going to put them on glue on one side because they're going to get glued down good here, and because it's my scrapbook, so I'm not too worried about it, you know, getting a lot of, like in shipping or something, it's not going to bother anything. So okay, and I don't want very much of my green border to show. I need to pull it down just a little bit here. So I'll put the other one on. This is a very quick layout, but I do like the sketch. And a lot of times the paper can also make a difference. If you watch, can make a huge difference on your finished project. any project really. Okay, get that down. I am trying to, like I said, use up scraps whenever I can. So now I don't have an exact measurement of where I'm putting this. I'm putting it up a little bit. And then I will put, kind of see where I want this. I'm not sure. Both of these pieces have foam to give them some dimension. Yeah, we're good with that there. As I will never be traveling to Paris, France to see the Eiffel Tower, I didn't need the back of this. I would love to go to Paris, but yeah, not in my future. I'm making sure I get my print ups right side up here, and I'm gonna use these stripes here as a guide as to where I'm putting this. Then I want to kind of see where I want that title. Shake the heck out of the glue to get it down there. I don't know, I think it's me and adhesive. I just don't like a tape runner because I would still use liquid glue on top of it to give me more wiggle room. So why waste and use both, right? Not very often that I use dimensional like the foam on my scrapbook pages, but you know, oh, that's what's wrong. I kept having a little floppy piece in my head of my little bug was not glued down tight. Could not figure out what was wrong. Anyway, yeah, I don't use a lot of foam tape normally because my pages get so thick, and then I don't like the way it looks without it, so it's craziness. I think it's just a personal preference, to be honest. All right, I'm gonna put his head down better when I get this on. That is my finished layout. Very quick and simple today. And I apologize, I don't have the option to, you know, share photos or anything, but I have a really good photo of the little guy to put on here. So thank you very much for joining me. Have a great day.